What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time here, coming at you again in the Mighty Kingdom. Got some pickups here, quite a lot of pickups. Some of those packages that were kind of wandering around aimlessly in the mail have arrived. And also got some stuff from stores. Got some, there was the annual week of the Super Bowl sale at Mitchell & Ness. Took part in that last weekend, and I got stuff from various different places, so I have a lot of stuff to share with you, the viewer. So let's get into it. Before I do want to give a quick shout out to two of my viewers from the land down under. Right? They reached out to me, and they were very very with a lot of kind words for the channel and the for me and what I do with the collecting and all, and it's very humbling, and I do thank you guys. So Anthony and T-Dog, I hope I remembered those names. I'm doing it off memory. So you both thank you very much, and I'm glad you enjoy the channel and the content in the channel. See, that's the word I was thinking about earlier. I'm not always great with the words. Sometimes it takes a little. You get a little older. Sometimes it takes you have to hit the reset button every now and then to try to remember things, right? But I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you all. Thank you both so much. And it's one of those things that you do have to kind of remember, right? Because here I am making these videos from the suburbs of Philly, right? And you forget a lot. Us as content creators, you do forget that you have a reach, right, from around the globe. Anybody can watch these vids, and all you have to do is hop on YouTube and see my crazy self, with jerseys and hats and some, talking about Eagles or whatnot. So, yeah, it's always amazing to me, and the type of global reach that one can have with social media. I'm appreciative of it. And I thank you guys, and you guys take care there, and believe me, there'll be plenty more content to come. So keep watching, and make sure you hit that bell icon for the channel, so that you'll be alerted every time I put out a new video, right? And speaking of videos, let's get into this one in earnest. We got lots of pickups, so let's get to it, right? So the first one, okay, this one took a little longer to get than I thought it would. The last how many years since Nike's taken over the NBA, they put out the City Edition jerseys, right? So for the Sixers, I was usually able to get them pretty much right away. But this season, I guess because of the season starting when it did, the pandemic, who knows why, stores just didn't get a lot of the stuff in right away. It took a little time. But finally, Dick's Sporting Goods got it, so shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods for getting it in. And here's the City Edition jersey for 2021. Sixers, Joel Embiid. All the other City Edition Sixer jerseys I have is JoJo, so why not go with this one for him too? He could be the MVP of the league this year for all we know. Off to a great start. And this is the City Edition jersey for the Sixers. And I know this one kind of came under fire in some circles for the Sixer fans. They would have rather have seen the Philly skyline on it or something else. But this is one of those landmarks of Philly. It's Boathouse Row. And if you don't know what it is, just Google search it. It's a really cool thing for Philly. So these houses light up every night. They have LED lights. And most of the time they're white, but they do other colors for various special things. So that's what is on the front of the jersey. The other cool thing is the little hidden TTP, and you can see it right there over the A and D in Philadelphia. And that's for trust the process. That's like the Sixers battle cry, right? It's been their thing for many years, since tanking all those years to get guys like Embiid and Simmons on the team, drafting those guys high as they did, right? So that's been their thing, and they have it on the front and the back. You can see the hidden TTP again right there. Very cool little extra on the jersey. I believe, if I remember correct, Ben Simmons actually had a hand in designing this jersey. So there is that, right? Aspect 2. So it kind of came from a Sixer. what I love about this jersey is I do love the design, and I see Boathouse Row every time I go to and from Philly because I take the Schuylkill Expressway. That can get pretty tied up with traffic. Whenever I go to the city, that's how I get there, right? So I see Boathouse Row all the time, and I see it at night coming back if I'm in the city at nighttime. So I see the houses lit up like that. So it has that meaning to me, you know? It's like one of those things that just reminds me of going to the city, right? Or coming home from it. And I like this design overall. The other thing I love about this is the design there for Boathouse Row is supplemented on to the jersey. Now this is a swingman, you know, it's not the authentic, you know, it's just the swingman version. But even with that, it's supplemented right into the material. Now that's how they used to do it back in the 90s, you know, with those big graphics, cartoony graphics on the jerseys. So it's kind of cool that they kind of, you know, did that with this particular jersey because you do have a big graphic on it, right? And there it is. And B21, of course. Excuse me, on the back, the trim is in red, black, and blue for the neck and armholes. And again, you got that 21 Philadelphia on the front, under the Boathouse Row graphic. And it looks the way it does because it's like if you're driving and you're passing by, this is kind of, you know, it kind of is a little blurry. So it kind of has that look to it, right? It's a pretty cool little thing they caught on that one too. It also has the Philadelphia USA on the bottom over the jock tag. So another little cool aspect about the jersey. And again, I understand why this was kind of one of those that you're either going to like or you're not. The design, right? I like it, but I can understand why some people won't, because a lot of people wanted the Sixers to wear the throwback black jerseys from the Iverson era. I'm surprised they didn't. I thought maybe they would wear it as an alternate jersey as well as this City Edition, because this year marks the 20th anniversary of the 01 team, which was the last Sixers team to go to a finals. And, you know, we're working on that. We'll see what happens, right, this season. But it is in a way surprising that they didn't. But, you know, what can you do? I'm sure they will. Because with merchandising the way it is, just how the Phillies brought back the powder blues, I'm sure the Eagles at some point will bring back the Kelly Green as an alternate jersey. I'm sure the Sixers will do the Iverson era jerseys because people are clamoring for them. And where there's money to be made, the teams are going to do it. So they'll do it eventually. It is disappointing they didn't this season, but maybe next season or the season, you know, it will happen. I'm pretty sure it will happen. The other thing I did grab, and also I don't know if it's going to show up that well here, but the other cool thing about this design is you also have the reflection of the houses, like kind of on the water. So you got the Schuylkill River, right, where these houses kind of are onto, right? So you got the reflection, you can see it right there, of the houses kind of like on the river. So that's pretty cool. Another little aspect of the jersey. And of course I got the hat because of course combo wombo, right? So you got the Philadelphia with the Boathouse Row. And you can see it on the hat a little better too. You can see the reflection there for like on the river. Liberty Bell on the side. Just in case you didn't know it was Philly. There's another way you can know. In case the big Philadelphia on the front isn't enough. NBA logo. It's a snap, but you know, I had to have the hat for it. And there you go. There they are together. Combo wombo. Okay. So there's that. I was also some weeks ago able to grab this one from Dick's Sporting Goods. So this is the what do they call these? A reverse retro, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, for the Flyers. This is their version. Very cool look to this jersey. It's kind of got that like 80s, 90s vibe to it for their jersey at the time. Of course, colors are reversed because that's why it's reverse retro, right? It is the captain, Claude Giroux. So I had to have this for the collection. I really like this jersey. I think it's a sharp looking, you know, alternate jersey. I saw the Flyers, you know, some weeks ago. They wore these for the first time, and it looks really good on ice too. So, I wouldn't be shocked if they kind of bring this back as a alternate jersey at some point. I know the black jerseys, they're alternate for now, but it wouldn't shock me if they kind of keep this around. But, we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, I don't make those decisions, but, the Flyers have kind of, pretty good at kind of bringing things back as an alternate. They've done that for different outdoor game jerseys, and they're going to wear this if they do play the game in a few weeks in Lake Tahoe against the Bruins. They're going to wear this jersey, and I think the Bruins are going to wear their reverse retro jersey for that game, which is cool. They're a good look. I like a lot of those jerseys. I think they look really nice, and even seeing them like highlights of the games or such. I mean, just seeing them on ice, they just really, some of them just really pop. Like really, really look good. Yeah. But the only ones I have to date are the old Mighty Ducks, the Wild Wing 2.0, and now the Flyers. And that's the Fanatics version. I know, people like split hairs about that. Oh, you have to have the Adidas. You have to have the Adidas. I just wanted the jersey. So whether it was Adidas or Fanatics, it didn't matter as much to me. And being a collector, like being someone who does get multiple things, throughout the months. Yeah, I mean, saving a few bucks. Getting the Fanatics version, which is a cheaper version than the Adidas one. I mean, okay. So that allowed me to get a hat or another jersey or something. There's when you can save a few bucks and just put that on something else, that's usually what I do. So, so there's that. This next one, excuse me. This next one, all choked up now. This next one was just a craziness, right? This thing sat for 2 months in Washington State. This is an eBay pickup. I got this around Black Friday. Bought this around Black Friday. I actually didn't have it in hand until some months later. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea even how it got to me. It was just one of those things that I'm like, okay, well, this is just not going to happen. And then it did. Surprise. So, and I am glad to have this because this was like the last of the holdouts for me for a set for old Ron Mitchell and Ness jerseys, right, for a team. So it's the old away white 83 Steve Bartkowski, Atlanta Falcons. Old Ron Mitchell and Ness. I remember, and the thing is like, it's funny to tell these stories, right? Like, when I first started collecting, really in earnest, and obviously eBay, I remember back then, like, you would see the Bartkowski jerseys pretty regularly on eBay, right? The home or the away. It really wasn't until years later where I would get the and they're all back here. I got the Falcon section back here. I know I have sections, but the Falcon section's back here. So the red Bartkowskis, that would be the home one, was the first one I got of the Bartkowskis, right? And then, of course, this one just became so difficult. Like, you would see it on eBay, and it would be fake as all get out because everything was stitched. It's not supposed to be stitched. If you notice, it's pressed on. Everything on this jersey is screen pressed on, or heat pressed on, rather. Everything. The stripes, the logo, the numbers. The only thing stitched on this jersey is the nameplate and the jock tag and the year tag. That's it. Everything else on this jersey is pressed on because that's how the Falcons wore it back in the 80s, right? So, yeah, this one just became an elusive jersey, right? And now, of course, I say that now, there'll be like 10 of them in the next month or so on eBay, right? But yeah, these became kind of hard to get. And again, I can remember seeing these a lot. I just never went after it until more recent years, I guess. And more recent meaning maybe 6 years ago, I think I got the red one. And now I finally got the white one. And now I have the whole set. And like I said, this finishes the set. I have all the 80s Falcons jerseys that Mitchell and Ness has done. All of them. I got Billy White shoes. I got the home and away Bartkowskis. I got the home Andrews, number 31, the running back then. And now and of course Dion. The home and away rookies, the original runs, the limited runs, the 600 each. I got both of those. And I know they made the newer China version. The old one's the one you want to get. Quality is really nice on those. So, but finally I got this one. Just, the grace of the jersey gods saying, yeah, you waited long enough. We made you wait longer, a couple months, but here it is. So it finally arrived. So there it is. Okay. Up next, I want to give a shout out to Armando. I got this one from him off the groups on Facebook. The Big Mac. I love those Russell Athletic vintage jerseys for baseball. They're really nice. Comfortable, too. They are heavy. Now, they're a heavy jersey, but they're comfortable. And there you see the old jock tags right there. Russell Athletic. Mark McGwire, of course, his final season or half season with the A's. Now, he was traded to the Cardinals this season, so this is like his last Oakland Athletics, right, year that he was there, or part of a year that he was there. You got the 30th anniversary for the A's right there, 97. Of course, you know me with the extras. I love the extras, right, on the jerseys. Patches make it happen. And, of course, you have the Jackie Robinson Breaking Barriers 50th anniversary logo on the other side. I believe my buddy Big Slim's got the Cardinals for 97. I forget if I know he has an A's too, but I forget if his is 97 or not. But at any rate, there is the one that I have for the home white. So shout out again to Armando for this beauty right here. And I know my buddy Dan is at some point gonna see if they still have that hat at Hat Club with the 30th side patch, as combo wombo. We'll see, we'll see. And if not, no biggie, but he's gonna search for me. So shout out to Dan. Up next, shout out to Slim. He helped me procure this one. We have that 1980 Phillies, of course, near and dear to my heart. The Phillies, of course. The Bull, Greg Lazinski, the blue jersey, the road, just that powder blue. I love the powder blue Phillies. I am trying to get one of each of the various players that Mitchell and Ness made of for the Phillies over the years with the powder blue. I think the only ones I need now are the 72 Steve Carlton with that big 32 on the back and chain stitched. And an 83, Sarge Matthews and Larry Anderson. And I think once I get those three, I'll have all the various players that they did powder blue for. And some of them I'll have like dupes, but because I have, for Carlton, I have his 1980. But that 72 one with just a big, 1972 one rather, with the big 32 on the, that thing. That thing pops. And I have the rookie Schmidt, number 22, chain stitched on that. Oh. If you know, you know. It's a nice jersey. It really is. So I'm hoping to get those three at some point. And at that point, I'll be able to finish a collection within the collection of getting all the different various powder blue Phillies jerseys that I love so much. Again, shout out to my buddy Slim. So the jersey that I got out of the bag when he surprised me in the last... that was the last pickups vid, right? The last pickups vid was actually his jersey. He didn't have this one in hand yet, but he wanted to show me something I was going to get. So, again, big shout out to him. I hope he's feeling better. I know he was under the weather, so hopefully you're feeling better there, fam. Thinking of you. And I thank you so much for this. So he gave me this. So this is actually mine. So here's the rookie KG, the home white, Mitchell and Ness, old run. Very nice jersey. Does not have the jock tags, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy to have this jersey in the collection. And as he knows, I mean, I legit checked him for years for this thing, so he's like, all right, enough. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much again. Very glad to have this in the collection. And yes, I don't have to legit check you for this anymore. I should do it just as a goof sometime, though, right? Hey, but anyhow, we're moving on. So this this next one here, this You know, shout out to Isaac. I know Isaac in the groups. He was the one that kind of alerted to this one. This was a Raider Image exclusive, I believe. I haven't seen this anywhere else. I mean, it could. I mean, it could come on the Mitchell and Ness site at some point, or the store, or what have you, or Fanatics, or what have you. But at this point, I haven't seen it anywhere else besides the Raider Image, right? And this is another one of those packages that took a while to get to me, but it did. So, you know, all's well that ends well, right? This is an impressive jersey to me, and I will get to the reason why in just a second. But let me show it. This is a 1980. This is a Mitchell and Ness version of the 1980 Los Angeles Raiders. Cliff Branch, Hall of Fame wide receiver, great wide receiver. I just love the fact he wore 21. I mean, you know, how many wide receivers are going to be wearing number 21, right? That's just crazy. Great wide receiver back in those days, and everything is double stitched on this jersey for the numbers. It is a 1980. So it's a little bittersweet because that's the year they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl that year. But the Eagles' first Super Bowl, right? Appearance, Cliff Branch, 1980, and this basically they wore the white jersey in the Super Bowl. But it's no Super Bowl patch. They have Super Bowl patches back then. But anyhow, yes, I always wanted to get a Cliff Branch jersey. You know, it's just one of those things. And Mitchell, they finally did one. And I was very impressed by this. If you'll note, the name is on the nameplate, but it's pressed on. That's how the Raiders had their names at that time, right? It's a little detail that Mitchell and Ness actually caught and got correct. So, yeah, the name branch is pressed on. It's not stitched. As you can see in the light, the shine. So that's how the Raiders had their names at that time. Everything else was stitched on their jerseys but their name. On the nameplate stitched, but not the name. So very, very good of Mitchell and Ness to catch that. So there's that 21 again, double stitched out. The pistol, of course, and Throwback King and all the Raider Nation out there. Now they're in Vegas. It's still weird to say the Vegas Raiders, but but they're in Vegas now. But of course, back in these days, they were in LA, and then of course Oakland as well. But there you go. There's a little Raider Nation love for you guys. Even though it is the year they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. We're just going to move on. But I was glad that they finally made a Cliff Branch jersey. It's just a really nice looking jersey right there. Speaking of Throwback King, snacks there. These next two I got from him. He was selling some stuff. I was able to get some stuff from him. Here's the first, that Prince Fielder, man, and you know, Slim got one of these not long ago, and man, I was just drooling over the thing. So I'm like, if I ever have a chance at one of these, I got to get it. So it's a throwback Brewers for the time for this particular jersey. It's a Majestic Authentic. Majestic, of course, made the baseball jerseys before Nike took over. Old MB ball and mitt logo, which is just an iconic logo right there. Right there for the Brewers. Shout out to my buddy Spidey. I know he's a big Brewers fan. All the other Brewer fans out there. And there's the other, the extra, right? The 82. This is a celebration, their pennant that they won when they were in the American League back then, right? And they lost to the Cardinals in the World Series, but the 82 season they were AL champs. So they celebrated the anniversary right there. And, of course, they wore the throwback jersey, which, of course, you know, they wore in 82 for the home games. So there you go. Prince Fielder, of course, the son of Cecil. Of course, I have his old man's Toronto Blue Jays Mitchell and Ness jersey, so why not have his son's jersey, right? And just the flair on it. I mean, it just, yeah, that's the type of... It always gets me when I see stuff like that. I mean, it's a throwback jersey for one thing, and the fact that it has this type of flair... Right? And I did just get this in the mail. This was an eBay pickup. Cooperstown Collection. Brewers hat I thought would go perfect with it. So there's Combo Wombo right there. Boom. There they are. Together. Combo Wombo factor. Never overlook the Combo Wombo factor. And I got this one from Throwback King, too. So, again, shout out to him. This is the 1963 Hank. Rest in peace, of course, to the great Hank Aaron. Oh, my. You know, and this is one of those, and, you know, anyone who knows me can tell you, there you see the year, here you see the jock tag, right, Mitchell and Ness. I'm not huge with the flannels. Right, just for whatever reason, I'm more of a poly-knit guy. You know, I like the poly-knit jerseys from like the 70s up to the current time. Those are really my wheelhouse for baseball jerseys. But there are some flannel jerseys that I had to have, and this was one of them. It's a simple jersey. It doesn't even have the tomahawk on it, but it just pops. The Braves 44. The thing I love about it, just that big name on the back. Oh God, I love that. That H. Aaron. Oh. It's just one of those things. And I think it's one of the very few, if not the only jersey, I'm trying to remember, which, yeah, it sometimes it takes a while for the battery to get charged. But I think it's the only one that may have his name on the back, if I'm remembering correct. Because I know the others I have don't, and his Brewers jerseys I have don't. And I'm trying to remember, because I know Slim has, like, a bunch of Hank Aaron jerseys, and this is, like, the one that I can remember with the name on the back. It's just one of those things. I love that. That just, oh, I'm glad to finally have it. Slim can tell you how many years I've said, you know, I need that 63 Hank Aaron. Yeah. So finally, there's a Chief Nokohama right there. Just beautiful jersey. Beautiful jersey. And rest in peace, of course, to the great Hank Aaron. Ah, boy, speaking of beautiful jerseys. This is another one. The old Devil Rays. Okay, so this is a throwback like it was for that Prince Fielder. This is a throwback because the Devil Rays were celebrating an anniversary. This is a Majestic, but this is a flex base, so this is more recent years, right? So there's the jock tag and everything. So this is from their 20th anniversary. Big bold patch right there. We'll hope to get a hat with that patch on the side sometime. And there's the player, Kevin Kiermaier. Great outfielder for the Rays. Devil Rays in this jersey. Love the big bold name on the nameplate. So this jersey was customized. So the previous owner got a blank and then did all this himself to team specifications. Awesome. Awesome job with it. Really. You know, top-notch stuff right there. And I love that big name. That's one of the jersey itself sold me. Okay? But the big name on the back, on the nameplate, oh, yes. I know, I have a thing for big names. For whatever reason, the big letters, it just gets me. It really does. Patches, big names, flair, it just pops. And I love these old Devil Rays jerseys. I have a few of them in the collection now, and this is the most recent, Kiermaier, right there, number 39. Doke. I think that's everything from, yeah, that's everything from there, from other various sources. So let's dig into the sale, right? The Mitchell & Ness, the flagship store, had their annual sale the week of the Super Bowl. The name has changed. It was, when I first started going, it was the Super Bowl sale. Then they changed it to the Winter Sale because they couldn't use Super Bowl in the name anymore. And now it was like the champions sale or something like that. Yeah. So whatever it is, as long as I'm getting the percentage off the week of the Super Bowl, I'm happy. It did decrease. It was 50% for how many years, and now it was like 30. And you know, what can you do? Time moves on. But this is kind of an interesting one. Now it's a swingman. You know, we can split hairs about the swingman jerseys, but they are taking more chances with the swingman jerseys, you know, than with the authentics. And yes, this would be better authentic, but it was a design on it that I just really liked and I had to have, so I got that Nate Tiny Archibald swingman right there with the scripted Kansas City. All right, on the front. Let me get a hanger. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, now the hanger's attached to the back. Okay, now it's not attached to the back. So, we're live. Let me get this on the hanger so I can show it a little better. So you got that scripted Kansas City on the front. And again, I understand it's a swingman. It's not, anything, whatever. But still, I like the fact they did this year. This is just a cool little thing that they did with that scripted Kansas City. I love that. Now, I do have the old gold, the old run Nate Tiny Archibald Kings jerseys that they made, the Kansas City Kings jerseys they made back in the day, right? But those jerseys just said Kings on the front. It didn't have that full Kansas City, right? So this one has just that Kansas City. Yeah, it got me. I had to have it. So they have that, and then you got the Archibald, the number 1 Archibald on the back. So this jersey is from the 75-76 season, right? So again, that scripted Kansas City, woo, that definitely got me. When I saw this on the website, when they debuted this months ago, I'm like, oh, that one's got to happen. Even though it's a swingman, I would prefer if this was authentic. I really would, but sometimes beggars can't be choosers, right? And just I had to have it. It's one of those. That Kansas City on the front. Oh, that. Because I remember seeing pictures of on Google and, doing various Google searches. I remember seeing pictures of Nate wearing this jersey. And I was like, oh, man, that big Kansas City on the front of it. Boy, if I ever have a chance at that one. Yes. Yes. So I'm glad to have gotten it. Swingman or not, I'm glad to have that in the collection. Get another hanger out. And yeah, these hangers, these are Target. These are cheap. I go cheap on various things just so it's more pickup money. That's what it is. Okay, so the Z-bottom racks I spend a little on, okay? But the hangers, all right, last but certainly not least. Okay, speaking of surprises. So this is the jersey that I went specifically to get. And when I first asked them at the store if they had it, one of the employees went upstairs and came down and said they didn't in my size. But then, see, this is why you're persistent. I asked again a little later. Another employee went up there and found it in my size. So hey, you know what? I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying. Eventually, I'm going to get the jersey. Okay. You can't keep hiding things from Mighty Fan. That's just not going to happen. All right? So, we're going to move the bag over there. And yes, it does have the paper. Yeah, we're going to move that. Don't need that. Oh, man. So, again, man, shout out to my buddy Big Slim. He got this first. He got this some months ago, and I knew I had to have this. This was one of those that I just had to have. And, patience is a virtue, as they say, right? Finally was able to get it, man. Happy to have it. Did not expect it. First time when they went up, they said they didn't have this in a ironically enough, a size 52. And then, then they did. So, thankfully, all's well that ends well, right? So here's the Ray Lewis. Yes. Oh my goodness. So the Super Bowl, right? Their first Super Bowl championship when they beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. So there it is, 2000 Ray Lewis. The White Ravens jersey, of course, the one they wore in the Super Bowl beating those New York Football Giants. This is a beautiful jersey. It really is. R. Lewis on the back, of course, 52. I mean, the triple stitching for their numbers is just on point. R. Lewis on a nameplate. Again, the triple stitching on the shoulders, on the front. You got the Ravens, of course, single stitched right there. There's the Super Bowl logo. Just beautiful. They hit this one out of the ballpark. Ravens logo, of course, on the sleeves. Black cuffs, black trim on the neck with the NFL shield. Just really, really nice. And this is my first Baltimore Ravens Mitchell and Ness jersey. So I have a few Ravens jerseys, authentics, including the Dion I got from my buddy Big Slim. Gifted that one to me years ago. But this is the first Mitchell and Ness one. And yeah, I mean, because I saw this in the store. I saw this when they first got these in. And I was just all about it. And they didn't have it in my size at the time. You know, Slim got the last one they had in a size 52. But he and I, we talked. He said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get it someday." I said, "Oh yeah, sure. I'll find it." And like I said, man, as soon as I knew that sale was, this is the one that I, wanted to get more than any other jersey in that place. And it went from disappointing to ecstatic. So it's just one of those things. But awesome jersey. Really like this. What can you say? It's just a nice piece. And I did shout out to Pro Image at King of Prussia Mall. So this was a Pro Image exclusive. Came out recently, ironically enough. And I got the hat before the jersey, but there's the combo wombo for you. There's the fitted. There's the logo for the Super Bowl. New Era fitted. Gray under, black guts on the inside. Big logo. Combo wombo. Boom! There it is. Got the Super Bowl logo. Got the Super Bowl logo. I know Slim's got the Mitchell and Ness version of this one, but as soon as Pro Image was putting this out, I'm like, yeah, I know where I'm going. I have to get it because I knew I wanted this jersey, so I had to get the hat. Because at times it is harder to get the hat than it is to get the jersey, specifically for something like a side patch deal. So if you have a chance at the hat first, you got to do it, right? And then, of course, this one came along. So it all worked out perfectly. So, yeah, I mean, what was that, 37 minutes of pickups? Yeah, that was I had a lot to show. I really did. And, it's just one of those things. It's like a perfect storm of stuff, people selling things that I was able to grab. Things came in the mail that was lingering for God knows how long, and then various different pickups other than that, including from my good friend Big Slim. So that is the jersey portion. I do have a couple lids I want to share other than the ones I already did. Let me get into these. So this was a Ross pickup. Indianapolis Colts, with that old logo right there on the front. This is a cheap pickup at Ross. Goes with Colts jerseys. Nice hat, nice fitted there. I think from season before last. These were like one of the on-field hats that they wore. That's the thing about Ross. You can find like the season prior. They'll start, bringing them in the following season like real cheap. This one was another Pro Image exclusive, so shout out to Pro Image. The Valentine's Day special for the Phillies. This is Phillies Valentine's themed hat with the pink under. And the patch is from 96 All-Star, but you notice the Liberty Bell is pink. Very nice. I love the look of this one. It's just one of those things. It just works. And the Batterman has the pink in it as well. Very nice Valentine's colorway. So Valentine's coming up on Sunday, man. I think the hat I'll be wearing that day. There you go. Pink under. That's another Pro Image exclusive. This was a Poshmark pickup. It took a little while to get to me, but it arrived. So combo wombo, right? 1957. So this was a recent pickup. Shout out to Eric. The 57 Hank. And there's the hat. World Series, 1957. Does have the Batterman. I would have rather it didn't have the Batterman, but I got this hat real cheap, so I can't complain too much. It is a fitted, but there it is. Boom. But then again, they didn't have a World Series patch on the hat back then, so, you know, whatever. It's already not historically correct, right? And it's not wool. You know, a wool flannel hat like the jersey. But nonetheless, 57 with 57. So there you go. Jersey back. Again, rest in peace to the great Hank Aaron. This was a pre-order. This was a My Fitteds exclusive. Beautiful hat. I, since before this one came in the mail, got another version, which was just the all-black version with the patch on the side. But this was the My Fitteds exclusive. I pre-ordered this last year. Came in the mail somewhat recently. Big, you know, speaking of the Devil Rays, right? There's the Devil Rays logo on the front, big and bold, full logo. Inaugural season patch on the side. Batterman in the colorway. Green under. I mean, they called it the Joker. But if you think about it, I mean, it's the Devil Rays colorway from that time, too. I get the Joker, you know, idea for this, which it certainly could be. I mean, purple and green. But it's also the colors that the Devil Rays had back then. So it works both ways. So there you go. Black guts on the inside. Beautiful hat. I love this. This thing popped as soon as I got it out of the box. I'm like, ooh. There's just certain hats. Yeah, this is one of them. Last but not least, shout out to my buddy Pierre in the FHS community. He helped design this hat. There was a great story behind it. This was a Clink Room exclusive hat, the Sammy. And there it is. You just kind of have to be in the know about this. It's a very nice story behind it. Great, just the stitch work on that is just great. Love it. Clink Room. Logo, gray under, black guts. Shout out again. Pierre, aka Captain America on Instagram. There's the Sammy right there. Proud owner of it myself. Great design. This really came out nice. So that is it, man. There is no more. 42 minutes of joy. So I am going to go because I probably should get to bed. It's another work night, but you know, weeknight, work day tomorrow. So I probably should get to bed. But I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Be safe out there, everyone. Make sure you mask up when you go out. You know, be responsible. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. I mean, Lord knows I had tons of pickups to share, huh? So I hope you all enjoyed this little mixture of everything. Just about, right? We had all four sports involved in this. We had hockey, we had basketball, we had football, we had baseball. All right, we didn't have soccer. Or in some countries, it's football. We had American football, right? We had NFL. And speaking of, man, shout out to the Buccaneers. I mean, Tom Brady does it again, right? Number 7. Oh, man, and he's still going. So we're gonna have to see, right? How many more he gets before his playing days are over. But he is definitely the GOAT. And as an Eagles fan, I'm still proud that the last team that beat him in the Super Bowl was the Eagles. As we all remember. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for watching, for giving me some of your time. And I will see you in the next vid. And it'll probably be another one in the near future, I would imagine. So you all stay safe out there. Like I said, take care. And if, like I always say, you know, right? Hit that like button. Give me as many likes as you possibly can for this video. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so to this channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted to future content for yours truly. And you always want to make sure you know, because you never know what you're going to see in the Mighty Kingdom. You never know who's going to be a guest in the Mighty Kingdom as well. You know, you just never know. It could be Slim, it could be someone else, another Jersey head. You know, you never know. You never know who's going to pop by. So you always want to make sure that you're alerted to. So hit that bell icon. And, yeah, so hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you around the channel. All right, everyone, take care.